We've had some great musical moments on the show, but one that really stood out for me was From Hymns to Hip Hop. It's a musical that tells the complete history of gospel music.
The show's producer, Myrtle Garrick, took us backstage as the cast rehearsed their journey from the music of the slaves to present-day hip-hop.
Okay, we ready? Intro.
This is Myrtle Garrick, a remarkable woman who's the driving force behind a powerful new musical.
From Hymns to Hip Hop is a musical production which was first staged in September 2007. It's about the journey of gospel music, and it was actually produced to commemorate the abolition of the Slave Trade Act for the 200th anniversary. It was really to honour the memories of the slaves. Of course, many of them are our ancestors. We couldn't do a story about hymns to hip-hop or about gospel music without starting at slavery, because really gospel music came about as a blend of hymns and the African chants that the slaves had learned while in Africa. And when the slaves came to the New World, they were forbidden to practice their African chants and their own forms of religion, and so they learn the hymns of the slave masters, combine them with the chants, and that's how really the spirituals were born. And so that's the start of the journey. Then we move on and we go through, right through the ages, up until the 2000s actually, and we look at the journey of gospel music in the UK.
The musical numbers are linked by the story of a black family who are struggling to adapt from life in the Caribbean to life in 1970s London.
All right, I don't think she understands. You're not going nowhere!
What?
Discussion done!
Dad, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm 20. 20? You think 20 make woman?
Who are you telling who can tell who?
The story is really of people like myself growing up in the UK, where our parents came here as immigrants, and our lives were really centred on the church. And so this is a story of a church family. And with any immigrant community, what tends to happen is there's a pull between the cultures that have been left behind and the culture that they find here in their new country.
Mum, it's going to be a Christian party. They're going to play gospel music there. Oh, you cannot go to church and not go party. I don't understand that, brother Brace. I don't
understand myself,
It's done as a comedy, actually. So, we can say, well, everybody's moved forward now. And we're very proud of the church that our parents created, which we've now inherited. That's really what the production is about.
As well as comedy and drama, the production features big musical numbers like Sing a New Song.
My husband and I are very privileged. We have a 21st century hymn writer who lives with us, our daughter Marsha Garrick, and we asked her to write a song, and it would be an anthem really for this production.
From hymns through gospel and jazz to the music of today, it's all there in the show.
We discuss the newer forms of music that can now be heard in the church. So you can hear reggae, you can hear soca, you can hear hip hop, you can hear rap music. All sorts of music can be heard as gospel now.
And there's not just music and acting. The show gets right up to date with dancing as well.
We have 51 cast and crew members, and probably 80% of those have a church background. And so really this is a community in itself. So we feel very privileged, very blessed, and we just hope everyone comes and just taps into that energy. In these days when there's a lot of focus on, gangs on the streets and so on, and we deal with those issues as well in the production. It's just a way to say this is our story, the story of growing up as a young black person in the church in the UK, the things that we came across, the music that we loved, and where we're moving to in the future.
Well, what a way to end the programme.